This is big breaking emergency news. Authorities in Colorado and Aurora, Denver, and Arapahoe County are now raiding apartment buildings. This is another apartment building that has been taken over inside of Aurora. This is happening right now. Police are raiding these buildings, and they just revealed that they have arrested multiple members of this gang that has been taken over. And it's also been revealed that they have arrested a key leader of this gang as well. So this is a big development, and we could even see responses, retaliations to things like this from this gang inside of the city. We have a statement from the mayor on this as well. We're going to get into all these details really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on all this big news going on right now, and it helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. All right, so another apartment complex has been taken over. This is insane, and police are raiding it, and they have arrested 4 members of this gang, and also ICE is involved. Federal authorities, SWAT operations, special investigations were all involved in this raid, and they're saying that they also captured one of the leaders of this gang as well. So this is big. They are making moves, and they are making arrests, and maybe they haven't revealed this yet because they had investigations going on behind the scenes, but they just revealed this, and things are happening. But we could also see retaliations from these criminal organizations. So this is happening at the Ivy Crossing Apartments, and this is near the crossing of Quebec and Harvard Street. This is according to the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. Reportedly did a sweep operation and arrested 4 TDA gang members, and it says the operation was a joint op by special investigators from SWAT and ICE. It says they recovered a stolen car, multiple illegal substances of different kinds, and they stopped a car with attempt to locate from Aurora PD for a homicide at the 11th and Dallas Street. Right, it says 6 total were taken into custody, and 4 part of the TDA were given to ICE. Right, so 4 gang members have been arrested at the Ivy Crossings apartment, which is in Aurora. It's right here, right? It's right near all this other stuff. It's 5 minutes away from all these other reports that I've been covering the past week that this has been going on, and this has actually been going on for months, but this is reaching a tipping point. So police and authorities did make this arrest, and it's actually interesting that the Arapahoe Police Department are coordinating with ICE to make this arrest. So I think that's a good thing that they are doing that, because normally their sanctuary status of the state normally prohibits cooperation. So I think this is good that they're working together, and 4 of these members have been arrested. There's also reports of a major gang leader that was arrested too. We will get to that in just a second, of the TDA, and he was arrested in Colorado, and he is now in ICE custody as well. This is a different arrest, but he is one of the main key figures and leaders in this gang, right? But here are some reviews of this apartment really quick too. It says, these apartments suck so bad. It takes months for them to get anything fixed. And they're saying that the neighbors around throw parties every night, blasting music so loud it shakes all the surrounding buildings. Do not rent here unless you want to spend countless sleepless nights calling security and the police. And they said the worst part is the owners say they cannot legally do anything about the parties, quote, parties in the parking lot, but give them a slap on the wrist. And they're saying that they throw as many parties as possible. Here's another review too of this place. This is, I'm telling you, there are dozens of these apartment complexes that have just been taken over, all right? And they have no control. Maybe some of them, the management is still getting paid, okay? Maybe they're not exploiting them for rent, which is happening at other areas. But they're taking over. They can't do anything. They're having parties. They're going crazy. They're being as loud as they want. They're trashing the place. They're making people feel unsafe, okay? Listen to this too. It says, somebody said, trashiest place ever of this apartment complex. Do they even do background checks on residents anymore? I've been living here for 8+ years. These are all reviews in the past month as well too, all right? These are from a couple weeks ago. And it says, it's never been as bad as it is now. They've been living there for 8 years. Everyone is blasting music like it's not a residential area. Cars with no registration are parked, while me, a paying customer, can't find any parking. I have to walk 10+ minutes to get to my house in this now scary neighborhood where I have to carry something in order to feel safe, all because the towing company doesn't do its job. My car was broken into and my house as well. Where's security that I pay for? All right, that's another review at this Ivy Crossings apartment. These are public reviews on Google. This is what people are saying, okay? And they just did major arrests here. This is why this is happening. People have been leaving these reviews the past month. Well, you know why it's been so bad? Because this gang is taking over, and they've arrested at least 4 confirmed members, and there's probably a ton more, right? Because it's hard for them to even get confirmation that they're in this organization because they're very secretive and they do not reveal it, okay? And they don't have very clear, specific tattoos or markings, all right? They have a bunch of different ones that they have to look out for that are also kind of general ones too, okay? But that's what people are reviewing for this apartment complex. And this is what the mayor said. We have, quote, we have made arrests and more arrests will be made. Kaufman also admitted that the city has, quote, lost control of the gang infiltration and, quote, we are working aggressively to get it back. Those are all the quotes from Mayor Kaufman of Aurora, Colorado, okay? And then here's the big one. This gang leader was just arrested too. This is on top of these apartment complexes. It says here, a potentially key figure in the Venezuelan gang operating in the Denver metro area has already been in and out of jail this year in connection. He's been in and out multiple times. They keep arresting this guy, but they finally arrested him and coordinated with ICE and are deporting him. They're finally doing this now. Aurora, I guess they're just, and Arapahoe County, they're not listening to the sanctuary status policy anymore, which is a good thing, right? Because that's one of the main problems here. They can't even deport any of these people. And one of the other major issues too is that Venezuela is not accepting any deportations. They are refusing to cooperate with ICE and the U.S. at all, okay? And we just saw the Venezuelan leader, his plane was just seized, okay? They just seized his plane over the weekend. And this was one of his planes that he wasn't really using. And he left the plane in the Dominican Republic. And that's where the U.S. seized it, and they flew his plane to Florida, okay? So there's not cooperation. The U.S. and Venezuela are not on good terms, okay? This used to be his main plane for his presidential travel, but he has since got a new plane recently, so he was just leaving this plane here, it kind of seemed like, because he's in Venezuela, and he just left this plane in Dominican Republic. He thought it was safe, but the U.S. seized it and flew it to Florida, all right? So relations are not good, and they're not accepting deportation, so it'll be interesting to see what ICE does with these gang members. And it says here, a potentially key figure, right? He's been in and out of jail multiple times this year. They've arrested him multiple times, and he's been arrested in connection to a shooting, right? And a separate beating of a man at an apartment complex in Aurora. It says on Friday night, the Aurora police confirmed that officers have arrested him twice and that he's a, quote, documented member of the TDA. It says police said he is currently in the custody of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which means he's staying in the country illegally. This is the first time that the Aurora police have officially confirmed local authorities had a TDA gang member in custody. The gang leader, along with 3 other men, were arrested for a shooting incident on July 28th at the Aspen Grove Apartments at 1568 Nome Street in Aurora. That's the same complex that the city shut down a few weeks ago. The shooting left 2 men wounded and one of them critically. And another person suffered a broken ankle. Okay, so this is another apartment complex, the Aspen Grove apartment complex. This is different than the one that was just raided, the Ivy Crossing apartments. Okay, so what's going on here, right? What's going on? They just arrested this gang leader too in the past week from this incident that happened in July. All right, they were looking for him and they found him at the Aspen Grove apartments, which is all right here in the same area. This area is completely swarmed right now and taken over, and the governor is denying it. The mayor's not denying it. The mayor's saying that this is happening, and he's saying we're, quote, working aggressively to get parts of the city back. But there's a disconnect here, and the governor will not send state resources to help. And the mayor also alluded that potentially federal authorities, federal government programs put these people here, maybe unknowingly or knowingly, who knows, right? They put potentially these gang members here in Aurora in these apartments specifically, gave them vouchers, gave them funding, put them here, and set them up with these programs to live here in Aurora. Okay, that's what the Mayor Kaufman was warning of this week as well too. So let me know what you guys are seeing down below in Aurora. Please just hit it up for me down there. It helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that, guys. This is a live situation, all right? And I love Colorado. This is sad what's going on here, all right? This, my hat here, this is from Rocky Mountain Arsenal Wildlife Refuge, all right? I've been to Colorado so many times. I've lived there for a while, all right? I love it there. I've been there so many times, and just the past few years, even seeing what's going on the past 5 years, it's a lot different, right? I remember going 5 years ago and feeling way safer than when I went last year, right? And now that's been a whole year since I've been to Aurora and Denver area, and it's even worse now. People are worried. So let me know down below what you guys are seeing, okay, and what you're feeling, what you're seeing boots on the ground, all right? This is where the real intel is, because they're trying to keep this story out of the official narrative, right? There's a lot of pushback on this for some reason, saying this isn't going on. But this is real. ICE and Arapahoe Police Department are making raids and making arrests right now of these leaders. So it's happening. These people are here. It's not just like speculation. Oh, we have this video here. We know they're making arrests now. It's confirmed that they're here. All right. And there's a lot more too. This is only 5 or 6 people. Okay. There are potentially hundreds in just this area alone. Okay. And they could be spreading out soon too. Right? They could expand their network, and they're already in a bunch of other cities too. Chicago. All right, I made a whole video on that earlier today. What's going on there? Apartments being taken over by Venezuela biker gangs, all right, rolling up into apartments and harassing citizens. This is happening all over the country right now, and who's allowing it to happen? This could be shut down. If this was any other group, they'd be shut down immediately. It'd be over, overnight. They'd have the National Guard, full force of the federal government, everything shutting this down. And for some reason, they keep denying it and saying it's not even happening. The Colorado governor, even though the Aurora mayor is asking for help and saying this is serious. All right, so thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life, your family. I hope you're staying safe and protected. Make sure you can defend yourself legally and lawfully. It's important, guys. Hope you have big blessings, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.